What's up? So this one is gonna be about the movie The Hate You Give. George Tillman directed it. Very moving movie. Um, Dealt with racism, class within the black community, and also being black in America and the duality. And the young actress, she was going to a predominantly white prep school. And what is so common is that when you're black in America, you have to adjust to conditions and surroundings. And so some people taught, hey, you can't bring that to the neighborhood or this or that because, So it's like the rules, the unwritten rules, etc., etc. Film also dealt with being in a neighborhood. If you grew up in a certain neighborhood, you know the code of codes. So it's like uh, the snitch code, scenes you see, you don't say, so on and so forth. And then, of course, the police brutality and all that. So there was a lot of messages in the movie. Book was great, and it was a very moving movie. It's one of those movies I recommend to all ages, backgrounds. Um, Teaches you a lot about what's going on in terms of how you perceive and you look at the world around you. Um, there's a lot of dynamics at work and at place. Um, it's very a lot to absorb, a lot to take in, a lot to digest. Uh, racism, and being black in America is a very complex issue. They used the quote from Tupac's Thug Life: "The hate that you give, uh, you know, um, lives and messes up everything." That's another word that Tupac used for that, but but you can figure that out. But the bottom line was they quoted what Tupac said. Tupac Shakur was a very deep spiritual revolutionary poet, brother, and he spoke from the heart of matters. And when you digest what's going on, and the timing of everything, the imagery and the wording of everything is not only poetic, but it's also a reminder, just as Marvin Gaye had done in previous, and so had Sly Stone and Hoyt Stevie Wonder and Curtis Mayfield and other great black luminaries who had spoken, as Aretha Franklin did, as Maya Angelou did. So this movie touches on Malcolm X, Dr. King, and so many other great African Americans who contributed. And this was also a shout out to the Black Panthers, Huey Newton and Bobby Seale, and when they, the Know Your Rights, the Panther rights, which is what Colin Kaepernick is throwing at you too. So, and Eric Reed, there's a lot to observe, to digest, and to sponge it to take in. So, The Hate You Gave was a very inspiring movie. It touched on various themes which are counterplay of what's happening now, then, before, and sadly to say the future, because there's always going to be racism in America. And it's always going to be a reality of the past and the present and how it ties to the future. But it's very good to start with some conversation and dialogue. And this movie was well written and very forthright what it was about with its message. So that's my take on the film, The Hate You Give. Feel free to leave comments and hit subscribe. Peace.